Over to you, Sister Safa.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. My name is Safa Ahmed and I am the Student Information and Support Center Officer for IOU. And of course, I am honored to welcome you all to the Spring 2025 Early Enrollment Open House, which is the gateway to gain an insight into the e-learning experience at IOU. And I'd like to begin by thanking our speaker with us for taking the time to share the knowledge and expertise with us. And I'm also grateful to all of you for taking the time to attend this open house. And we hope you will find this informative and beneficial, inshallah. I encourage you all to participate by asking questions and sharing your thoughts at the end of the open house through YouTube chat. And we will take these questions at the end of the session, inshallah. Can we change the slide, please? As we all know, at IOU, we strive to better the world through authentic Islamized education, as is rightly mentioned by Dr. Abu Amina Bilal Phillips. And while we are at it, we try to seek to provide high quality Islamic education that is accessible to everyone, regardless of their location or background. Now, at the Open University, we believe that education must be accessible to everyone. And this was founded in 2001 by Dr. Abu Amina Bilal Phillips. Our online programs, they allow students worldwide to pursue their academic goals and achieve their full potential in this life and the hereafter. Now, one of the many ways that sets us apart, of course, is our unique approach to education, and we try to provide our students with affordable, flexible, and high quality education. And we're confident that we are the best choice, inshallah. So you can experience our highest standard of academic integrity, which is through a blend of programs that we offer at the IOU. And this ranges from all sorts of disciplines, which will be rightly explained as we move later into the session, inshallah. Next slide, please. Our founder has rightly told us that the goal of making authentic Islamic knowledge and Islamized modern knowledge readily accessible to the world through the medium of the internet is a noble mission worthy of dedicating and sacrificing all of one's life and all of one's means. As is rightly mentioned by Dr. Abu Amina Bilal Phillips, this is something that we should strive to achieve, and we should keep this the motto of our life. Ameen. Taking no further time from all of you, I would like you to pay attention and welcome Brother Mansoor Danish, who is our Director of Student Affairs at the International Open University. Of course, he is a seasoned professional with nearly 20 years of experience, and his diverse career highlights his dedication to fostering growth, innovation, and excellence across corporate and educational sectors. Without any further ado, I'm handing over the stage and mic to our beloved brother, and he will lead you forth in the session, inshallah. Over to you, brother.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. We begin in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him and glorify Him as He ought to be praised and glorified. We send peace and salutation upon our last and final messenger, Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I welcome all of you to this session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, Sister Safa, for the introduction. Barakallahu fiki. And I'm looking forward to having a discussion with all of you. This is an open house for spring 2025. So we're already in 2024, but we've already started looking forward to 2025. Walhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our efforts and also put barakah in the time of each one of us, as well as all of those who are spending the time now to listen to us. At the International Open University, as it was mentioned in the introduction, we're focused on a blend of learning which is taken from the dunya, and then we present it by looking at it from an Islamic perspective as well. Our focus is not merely to give you knowledge which is related to this dunya, but make sure that that knowledge benefits you in this life as well as the next life. So it's a dual focus that we have. And we'll be talking a little bit more about it. But I want to quickly take you through what are the important benefits that you learn or you get of learning from the International Open University. First and foremost, of course, we're living in the day of internet, online world, digital world. And the International Open University has been working in this field for more than 15 to 16 years now. With the International Open University, previously it was called the Islamic Online University. We started off with our diploma programs, and gradually we have moved on to offering degree programs, undergraduate degree programs, postgraduate degree programs as well. We're using the most modern data, the latest technology to make knowledge accessible to every corner of the globe. The most important benefit of learning online is that you're able to study at any point of time. You see, the thing with regular university is that if you're studying in a full-time university, then you have to leave aside all your other tasks and just focus on your education, and which is fine. There's nothing wrong in that. But what happens to those who are working professionals and who are looking to upscale themselves so that they can move on with their career? How about those people who do not have the luxury to keep continuing their studies because of limited resources, and therefore they need to go out and work and get some money and use that money for their education purpose? How are they going to get benefited? For them, the online university offers them two study plans. We have a full-time study plan and a part-time study plan. But the fact that both are online, they allow you to study at your convenience during the time, during a day or in the evening, as per your convenience. You can learn from anywhere. You could learn from your home, you could learn from your work, you could go to your friend's place, sit down, do joint studies together, put on the videos, watch the video together. You could be on a bus or a plane, you're traveling, you download videos and you can watch them. You can watch it on any of your device, not just the desktop. It could be your iPad, it could be your mobile phone. Anyway, you can access knowledge. Most importantly, as I told you, we look at offering Islamized education. So we're not only offering Islamic studies and Arabic language, we're also offering educational programs, business administration, Islamic banking and finance, psychology, education, and all of them are presented keeping in mind the combination of knowledge from the dunya as well as authentic Islamic knowledge, which is extremely important for our success in this dunya as well as success in the hereafter. We often make this dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, bless us with knowledge which will bring us benefit. Ilman nafiyan. That's the dua that we make to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Knowledge that is going to bring us benefit, and not the knowledge which is going to cause us astray. And we focus on that. We focus in terms of Islamizing our curriculum so that whatever knowledge is being shared with you, there is an Islamic perspective to it as well. Most importantly, we go all our way out to make our fees affordable. We understand that people are spread across the globe and everyone is living on different parts of the world where the development levels are different. In some countries, there's rapid development happening. In some countries, the progress is slow. And we keep this into mind, we keep this into account when we set our fees. And our fees follows a sliding scale. Therefore, it depends entirely on the development score of a student's country. So you could be studying in India and you would be paying lesser fees than compared to someone who's staying, let's say, the Western countries, which are far more advanced and the per capita income is higher in those parts of the world. So this allows people from different parts of the world to register in the university and study with their colleagues from different parts of the world. And last and most important question that everyone asks us, are your degrees accredited? Yes, we are accredited. We are a licensed online university at both an institutional level as well as our programs have been accredited for its degrees and certificates. Now, the accreditation we have is from the Ministry of Higher Education, the Gambia, and the NACA, which is also in Gambia. So we have been granted institutional and program accreditation for our bachelor's and master's degree by NACA in 2019. And of course, the Minister of Higher Education recognized us to operate as an online university in 2014. The IOU's undergraduate and postgraduate degrees and certificates have been recognized by universities across the globe. The evaluation services and governmental accrediting bodies in various countries listed below, as you can see, have recognized. So if you are watching the screen right now, you would be seeing the different countries which have recognized the degrees. Now, every student is requested to check up with their local universities, etc., before, if they have any queries, etc., whether the degrees will be accepted or recognized. The degrees are accredited, and there is no reason why it will not be accepted. We have people who are coming from different parts of the world studying with us, and then they pursue higher studies elsewhere, or they go and apply for jobs, and they require reference letters from us, and we are providing reference letters to them as well, which is actually reinforcing the fact that our students are getting employed, and our students are also getting accepted for higher education into postgraduate degree programs elsewhere as well. Okay, now here's a quick history of the IOU. As we mentioned a while back, 2007 is when we launched our 22 free diploma courses. But back in 2001, the IOU had already started its program. In 2010, we began offering the Bachelor's of Arts in Islamic Studies. 2014, we established our headquarters in the Gambia. We received a university license. I just mentioned to you, the Ministry of Higher Education, Gambia, recognized us. We started offering 4 new subjects in our bachelor's program. And we also launched our BAIS in the Russian language. 2015 saw us launch 2 new subjects and a master's in Islamic studies. 2017, we went out to the people in Indonesia with our BAIS in the Bahasa language, the language that is spoken widely in Indonesia. 2019, we received accreditation from NACA in the Gambia. And in 2020, Islamic Online University was renamed to the International Open University. In 2021, NACA has accredited 5 master's degree and all of our 7 bachelor's degree. Now, these are the current stats that we have as of now. If you can see these numbers, well, alhamdulillah, these numbers speak for themselves. 41,300 plus enrolled students since 2010 across 174 countries. 8 academic departments with 31 programs. 84 student committees in 61 countries. 2,600 plus exam centers in 149 countries. 200 plus staff and faculty in 35 countries. We've got staff and faculty from all parts of the world, from the Europe, from Africa, from the Indo-Pak subcontinent, from Australia. We've got representatives from Fiji, Indonesia, everywhere, any part of the world. Well, alhamdulillah, we've got faculties and staff coming from there. 9,400 plus enrolled students for the 2023-24 academic year, 7,100 enrolled students in the spring 24 semester. 36% of them were on scholarship, 53% are female. And I'm highlighting this because the International Open University does not have any kind of segregation of opportunities or for males and females. We believe that education is something which is a right of every person, male or female. And we see that in our numbers, where more than 53% who are registering are female. In addition to this, I understand that many of the sisters also like to, they are homemakers and they want to continue upgrading themselves, upskilling themselves. So they also register with us. Many of the sisters, due to limited opportunities in their home country, would like to register with the online university and also continue with their studies, pursue their studies, and get a degree from the International Open University. Some of our professors and instructors, and of course, we have Dr. Bilal Phillips with us, Dr. Dawood Abdullah, Dr. James Jones, Dr. Afroza, and you can see the list is in front of you. Our Dean for the Islamic Studies and the Arabic Department, Dr. Anwar Sahib. He is from Fiji. And we have, of course, Dr. Raufu, who is our Dean for the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Sciences. We have scholars and professors and instructors and lecturers who are coming, again, as I mentioned, from different parts of the world. Now, these are some of the programs that we are offering. So under the Faculty of Art, Arabic and Islamic Studies, we have two departments, the Arabic Language Department and the Islamic Studies Department. And we are offering different programs at different levels. We are offering them at diploma level, associate degrees level, bachelor's degree, higher diploma, postgraduate certificates, master's degrees there as well. The Faculty of Liberal Arts and Sciences, we have Department of Business Administration, Department of Economics and Finance, Education, IT, as well as Psychology. And psychology is not merely taught, as I said, from conventional perspective. We have Islamic psychology, which is being taught, which means if you are a Muslim who wants to study psychology and practice it and use it for Islamic counseling, our International Open University is a place where you need to be to learn from the great group of faculty members that we have under the leadership of Dr. Sobia Ikram, who is the head of department for the psychology department. Today is also the day and age of Islamic banking, economics, and finance. And we find that many people are looking forward to upgrading themselves and understanding about Islamic banking and economics. If you are someone who is working in conventional bank and wants to move on to Islamic banking, you can join the International Open University. You can take one of our courses on Islamic banking and finance, one of the programs on Islamic banking and finance, and upgrade yourself. Likewise, in business administration, if you want to set up your own business, your own venture, you want to become an entrepreneur. And I'm a great supporter of someone who wants to start his or her own venture. While it's good to work, and you may be working under someone, but you cannot keep working under someone all your life. They're going to retire you at some age, 60, 65, because they need to get in fresh legs. What are you going to do after that? And this is something that we do in our business administration courses. We put a lot of stress on the entrepreneurship aspect. We strongly believe that everyone should strive to be an entrepreneur. You need to strive to set up something of your own, a venture of your own, which in turn is going to create employment opportunities for others. All right. But of course, we talk a lot about that in our business studies course, which, by the way, has been recorded by me. So if you join the Department of Business Administration, you will be studying a few courses which have been recorded by me, inshallah ta'ala. So here is a quick snapshot of the programs that we have under the different departments of Islamic Studies. We have the BAIS, the Bachelor's of Arts in Islamic Studies. We have a higher diploma in Islamic Studies, Masters of Arts in Islamic Studies. We also have a Master of Arts in Islamic Studies, which is totally research-based. And then if you look into psychology, we have Bachelor's of Science in Psychology and MSc in Psychology. Economics, we have a bachelor's and master's, which is being offered. In Arabic, we have a diploma, which is called the Intensive Arabic Program. We have the Bachelor's of Arts in Arabic Language Studies, Master's in Arabic Language Studies, and Master's in Arabic Language Studies Research. The BBA department that we have a Bachelor's in Business Administration, and very soon, inshallah, we'll be launching a Master's in Business Administration, not in the most immediate semester, but hopefully within the next 2 to 3 semesters, we should be launching, inshallah ta'ala. We also have non-English programs running, as I mentioned to you. We have Russian and Indonesian running at the moment. Bachelor's of Arts in Islamic Studies being offered under both the languages. And we also have launched Bachelor's of Science in Psychology for the Indonesian students. We are soon going to launch our Bachelor's of Art in Islamic Studies in Urdu language as well, to benefit those who are not conversant in English or who would prefer to learn in the Urdu language. Education, we have a bachelor's in education. Major is in English. We have a PGCE, or the postgraduate certificate in education, and master's in education. Information technology also, we have a bachelor's program running and a master's, which is going to come soon. All right. And in our headquarters, we have offline programs where you can study bachelor's in education in a hybrid mode, which means there are some courses which are taught in the headquarter, while some you can take up online. And we also have a bachelor's in law. All right. Here is quickly the study plans which we are offering. we have the part-time where you can complete between 1 to 3 years, and then the full-time, which you can complete from 4 to 6 years. There are different credits from 24 to 40 credits for part-time, full-time 40 to 60 credits. You have to put in some time, dedicated time to study. Well, typically for those who are studying under the part-time option, they are not required to put in too much of time and effort, so they can put in around 6 to 18 hours. But I honestly believe that each individual has to check out for themselves. All right, some of you might be able to put in 10 to 12 hours every week and still continue with your full-time studies. I mean, it totally depends on your learning capacity. For that, we also have a student counselor who's there to guide you. So if you need some assistance, we have a student counselor who can assist you with time management and how you can schedule your studies in order to ensure you complete it, whether under the full-time program or the part-time program. Look, you need motivation to study in online program. Without motivation, you cannot study. And it's always beneficial if you can get 2 or 3 of your friends together as well. So if it's not just you, but 2 or 3 of you who are coming together to study, the benefit is that each one is pushing the other and motivating one another to complete their studies at the university. All right. So typically the time duration has been mentioned over there for the certificate courses, the associate course, the bachelor's and the master's. It's going to vary from time to time. Okay, I just beg your pardon. The courses that is mentioned in part-time is the number of courses that you can take per semester to study. So you can take 1 to 3 courses per semester, or you can take 4 to 6 courses in full-time. And I know many students who take up to 6 courses because they want to complete their study in a short duration or in 4 years' time for the bachelor's degree. All right. But again, if you are not comfortable, you can start with 2 courses, maybe. All right, and then gradually increase the number of courses for yourself. Or if you're starting under the full time, you can start with 4 courses and see how you're getting yourself accustomed to online learning. And then gradually you can increase the number of courses that you take. The tuition fees that we have, as I told you, is a sliding tuition fees, right? We mentioned there's a sliding scale. So it depends on which part of the world you are from, all right? So if as per the low developed index, then the fees will be different. So let's pick up the master's rate, the rates for the master's program, or let's pick up for the undergraduate first. So you can see for those who are coming from the low developed countries, the undergraduate rates are around $135 per semester, whereas those coming from very high developed countries, the rates can go up to $525. And then there is a range in between, depending on which part of the world you're coming from. Likewise, for the higher diploma, master and IAP, there are different fee structure that we have. A sliding scale fee system is being used, and you can check out the details on the website of the International Open University for your respective country. Now, we have a major announcement coming up. We are launching our spring 2025 enrollment with immediate effect. So if you are going to act now in December, we just have about 2 weeks of December left. We are offering a flat 20% discount for those who register in this month up until 31st of December. If you decide to delay it till January, the discount will be there, but it comes down by 5 basis points to 15%. And then, of course, it comes down to 10%. So in February. So this is the time for you to act. This is the time where you take your decision that you enroll in early so that you can take advantage of the great big discounts that we have coming up. All right. So this is what we are talking of. The early enrollment that we are running, its offer is valid until 31st December, 20% off. And I hope, inshallah ta'ala, you can act fast, take your decision, get in touch with us at our help desk. Visit the IOU website. You can contact us using the chat option or email us, and we will be there with you to assist you and answer all your queries, any doubts that you have. And in fact, if you're listening to us live right now, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask us those questions. Some important dates that you might need to know before you register. For the spring semester, for which we are running the campaign right now, this starts from the first week of October. That is the registration, and continues till the 28th of Feb. All right. So that's why we are running this campaign right now in December, continues till the end of Feb. But as we move on every month, the discount that we're offering will keep coming down. The registration period, by the way, is open till the 30th of March. So which means anyone who's interested to study in the spring semester can register up till the 30th of March. But the classes will begin from the first week of March itself. All right. And the first set of exams will take place in the second week of May. The assignments which needs to be submitted will be due on the 1st of June. And the classes will typically close for the first semester by the fourth week of July, with the final examination taking place in the first 2 weeks of August. All right, that's for the spring semester. For the time being, we can overlook the fall semester because we're all looking forward to spring 2025 at this moment. Okay, so that's what we're running at this point. There are some requirements for online learning at the IOU. First and foremost, you need to have completed your high school diploma in order to apply for the undergraduate programs. There are different credit requirements. Students who do not possess one or chooses not to take exams or write assignments can instead opt for the audit course. All right. The audit course is basically one where you don't have to sit for any examination or assignments. You're just simply studying to gain knowledge. There is a language requirement. So other than those which are offered in Russian language and Bahasa language, all other programs which we have is offered in English. So you need to know, be able to read English, write English, and understand English. This is the most important language of instruction that we are following. Even the Arabic programs are initially taught in English, but at a basic level, if you go ahead and pursue Arabic, you will be required to know Arabic. And as you move on to the master's level, then you should be fluent in Arabic. Most importantly, time management. And as you will register with us, you will see there are so many sessions we organize with the student counselor on the subject of time management. I understand that when you're studying online, there are personal commitments which are there. Family is around you all the time. Somebody wants something. Somebody wants you to go out somewhere. All of these pressures are there on us. So meeting these deadlines and to be punctual is extremely critical so that you complete your exams on time, your tests on time. IOU is there to offer you help in all of this. You can get in touch with the International Open University for any assistance. Computer literacy is important. Since we're online, all right, mobile literacy is not enough. We are all mobile literate, I understand. But computer literacy is important, which means basic computer skills, the ability to log in, sit for exams, the use of internet for research so that you can prepare an assignment paper. How do you use a Word doc? How do you send emails and receive emails? All of them are important because you might be interacting with your faculties, right? In order to interact, you can send out emails to them. Their email addresses are shared with you. So you need to be computer literate, not only mobile literate, which we all are. Now, as I mentioned in one of the earlier slides, that we have more than 2,600 exam centers. These exam centers, by the way, are not offered by the IOU, but these are students' initiative where students have identified different examination centers in and around the locality where they stay. And these examination centers have been approved by IOU after we verified and checked whether they meet our expected, they are meeting our norms and meeting the criteria that we have. The idea of these examination centers are that the midterm exam and the end term exam, the final exam of every semester, has to be taken in the exam center. So while you can do all your module exams at home, but the mid semester and the end semester exam has to be given at an exam center. So as soon as you join the IOU, you don't have to wait for an exam center right now and worry about it. You can register with us and then you have time to look out for an exam center. Maybe you identify a community center or maybe a local library. You can get in touch with them. If you need any assistance in the form of a letter or you want us to have a word with them, we are there to assist you in any which ways. You can identify any close center which is close to your house, which is willing to allow you to come and appear for exams using their center. All right. The idea of using the center is you can carry your laptop. All that they need to do is provide you an internet connection. All right. The whole idea is that there has to be a proctor to supervise the examinations. All right. So once you have identified the respective center and it is approved, then we communicate directly with the person in charge in the examination center. We hand over the passwords to them and they are the ones who will assist you with completion of your exams. All right. So these are some of the requirements that we have. Now we're also running the 1 million African scholarship program. The whole idea is that we are working to strengthen the capability of those who are underprivileged. And we want them to get higher education. Earning a university degree is not only changing their life, but is going to change the life of their families as well. Knowledge is empowerment. Knowledge empowers people to think beyond the limitations that they have grown up with. It will allow them to change the landscape permanently. So we strongly believe that these kind of opportunities must be provided to those who are underprivileged. And while the IOU, as you saw, our fee structure, it's a very humble fee structure that we have, and that too we are offering a sliding fee scale. And in spite of all of that, we are also additionally a 1 million African scholarship program. The United Nations has stated that the main difference between the first and the third world is education. Education is the one which is the major difference between those countries which are advancing and those countries which are being left behind. So the 1 million African scholarship program allows for us to reach out to 1 million students in Africa and its diaspora. And Alhamdulillah, within 7 years of launching this in 2017, with the support of our stakeholders, our donors, we have reached more than 25 countries and have offered scholarships to almost 5,000 students. And you can see the countries where we have reached out, from Cameroon, Egypt, Ethiopia, Gambia, Jamaica, Libya, Mozambique, Namibia, and so on and so forth. Okay. IOU also has some subsidiaries. So you might have heard of the Global Quran Memorization Center. That is part of the IOU family, where you can actually memorize the Quran. You learn the art of reciting the Quran by fulfilling the rites of the Quran, pronouncing it correctly. We have students who are learning from 12 plus years, and the classes are gender segregated. So the brothers have a separate class, the sisters have a separate class. We also offer general diploma in Islamic studies. So if you're not too keen in all of these diploma, degree programs, etc., that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for some simple diploma in Islamic studies. Well, we have a general diploma which has over 40 courses spanning 6 levels of learning. All right. So you can actually register for that by paying a small subscription fee of $1 per month. Institute is where you can learn skills. You can learn professional skills. You can learn about the deen, about the religion, and there are many modern short courses which are being taught by highly qualified instructors. Our topics that we cover includes education, finance, health, parenting, and psychology. Solace is the mental health services that we are offering. It's like the counseling services, imam consultation, workshops, training for the adults, youth, and children. And all of these services are being provided at subsidized rates of $30 per session and $15 for the workshops. All right. So that's all that we had for the presentation. But before we open up the session for the question and answers, I just wanted to re-emphasize the importance of gaining knowledge. The Prophet ﷺ said, seeking knowledge is obligatory upon every Muslim. This obligation, he did not differ between men and women, boys and girls, age group, nothing. He just said it is obligatory upon every Muslim. And therefore, we say that this opportunity is being provided to you at the International Open University. At the International Open University, you are able to gain knowledge at the convenience of staying within your home, within your workplace, without majorly changing your lifestyle. All right. But what you do is, in the process, you're gaining knowledge. And believe you me, if you're someone who goes out to the gym to work out because you know your health needs to be looked after, the body needs to be stressed. If the body is stressed, you remain more fit. The brain also needs to be stressed. And the gym that is needed for your brain is knowledge. You stress your brain in terms of acquiring knowledge, this is going to function properly. You see, many people, as soon as they complete their post-graduation or their graduation degree by the age of 23, 24, 25, they decide they are done with their studies for the life. They don't need to study anymore. And therefore, they continue now working till the age of 60, 65. But according to me, they already retired at the age of 25. Professionally, they may be working, but as far as knowledge is concerned, they retired at the age of 25. Are you one of those who wants to retire at whatever age you are? I don't know the age that you have, the ones who are watching, but if you are someone who is focused on your personal growth, not only from the health point of view, but also from the knowledge point of view, then you don't have to think a second time. The International Open University has host of programs, as I've taken you through, from degrees, diplomas, to Islamic skill-based courses, to memorization of the Quran, you name it and we have it. So you must take advantage. As I said, the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ is crystal clear. Seeking knowledge is obligatory upon every Muslim. And look, knowledge is one of the biggest edge that we have today. Technology is advancing. Innovation is happening at a disruptive rate. As you and me are talking right now, there's somebody out there in this world who's innovating something which is going to entirely disrupt the supply chain. That's the reality. That's how fast the innovation is taking place in and around us in the world today. And therefore, all of these challenges requires that we as individuals are also staying in touch with the latest development. We are in touch with what is happening in and around us. And that is why I said that the knowledge that you may have learned 10 years back, 15 years back, it's become redundant now. You need to understand what's the most important things in today's day and age. Today, we are living in the world of AI. We need to focus on that. We need to balance between dunya and akhirah. Yes, it's important to gain all your knowledge in business administration, education, psychology, banking, economics. All are important. I don't deny that. But you need to create the balance, because you don't want this knowledge to go waste. You want this knowledge to benefit you not only in this life, but also become a source for you to enter Jannah, inshallah. So that is where we believe that our programs, because we are offering it with the Islamicized curriculum, it's going to be a game changer in your life, inshallah ta'ala. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Allah is going to raise those who have believed among you and those who were given knowledge by degrees. You see, we, with our knowledge, are going to be able to contribute on so many major issues which are there in the world today. If you are somebody who's studying business administration and economics, you will be one of those who can possibly contribute on the issue of poverty, on the issue of the injustices which are happening in the world today, economic injustice which is taking place in the world today. So all of these are some of the issues which are facing people in the world. There are people who are suffering from mental health issues. It's become so common nowadays. A few years back, no one used to talk about mental health issue, or people never wanted to talk about mental health issues. Today, it's become a buzzword, and you hear everywhere people are talking about mental health, and almost every other household has situations and cases, and normal people like you and me can also be one of those who might need experts to guide us on our mental health. This is where the degrees that we are offering from Islamic psychology, from an Islamic perspective, you will not only be able to help the person, you will also be able to spiritually guide him. Inna deena nasiha, said the Prophet ﷺ. Most certainly, the religion is sincere advice, and counseling is about sincerity. And that is what I believe the Islamic psychology courses can offer you. Mindset has to change. If your mindset was that I've finished studies, khalas, no more required, you're going to retire very soon. You have to be a lifelong learner from here on. If you want to be a game changer, if you want your life to have a game changer, it is knowledge. Knowledge is a game changer in our life. And it is lifelong learning which keeps you young. Young and youth is not about the status or the your skin, and whether it is you become old and you have wrinkles and all. That's superficial. It's the thought process which has to be up to date with what's happening in and around you. That's where you stay abreast with all information in any field. So this is where I believe lifelong learning is extremely critical, and we have so many scholars that we can refer to in our life who have been role models for us. We are also bridging the gap between theory and practice. Some of the faculty members that we have, they have a very strong professional background as well. So they not only are bringing in theoretical aspect of the subject that they're teaching, but they will also be linking it to the practical aspect. when you are studying some of the courses, you will find that people are giving you relevant examples from the practical world. They are linking the theoretical aspect to what's happening in the practical world, thereby making bridging the gap which is there between theory and practice. Last and most important, of course, knowledge is an amana. It's a trust. It's a trust that it is used for something good. It is most important that you avoid knowledge to make you an arrogant person, or you misuse the person. You misuse the knowledge that you are gaining. It's so easy, isn't it, that once we start acquiring knowledge, we feel that we are better than those who don't have the knowledge. We become arrogant. We start misutilizing the knowledge. We firmly believe that knowledge should be used to productively change the situation in and around you. You have to be a productive Muslim. You have to be a productive citizen. You have to be a productive person, a productive family member in every aspect. Okay, so with that, we are going to remind you once more about the call to action that we have, which is 20% discount that we are running only for this month. And we only have 2 weeks now. So now is the time to take action. So all of those who are watching this video, please take time out, get in touch with us, and we are here to assist you. With that, we're going to close the session, open it up, of course, for question and answers now. I can see some questions are coming. Sister Safa will be joining me now to assist you with your questions, inshallah ta'ala. Sister Safa, over to you.
Jazakallah khairan, Brother Mansoor, for that insightful session. And we wish to extend our heartfelt gratitude for gracing this open house session with your inspiring presence. And of course, sharing these valuable insights and enlightening us about the different aspects of what it is like to be a student at the International Open University. What it is like to be an honor and a privilege to be a part of this glorious institution, inshallah. May Allah accept it from you and grant all of us beneficial knowledge. Ameen. Just a second. I am going to now proceed with the question and answer session. And I will answer any of these questions that you will have. It may be just a question that you're asking about the university as a prospective student, or maybe a current student, or you're just simply curious. This definitely will promise to address your queries and concerns and will support your educational journey, inshallah. So Bismillah, let's dive into this right away. The premier question that I see here is from Austrian, and Austrian would like to hear more about the law program in the university. Now, the law program, as we all know, and it was mentioned earlier by Brother Mansoor via the slides, is an offline program which is offered at the Gambia. And if you need to know more about this program, I would suggest you to make a personal visit to the headquarters, which is located in the Gambia, Canifing, and all your queries regarding this program will be addressed by the staff present there. In case you need to know more about it regardless and you still have concerns and queries, I'd suggest you email us at the info desk and we'll be more than happy to share our expertise on this. The email and addresses will be shared at the end of the session, and it will be noted from there. Okay, looking forth, we have some more questions. All right. Does prior learning experience and professional experience enable me to transfer to year 3 of BBA? Okay, that's a very insightful question, and we have the solution for you right here at the International Open University in the form of our program, which is recognition of prior learning, which is called the RPL program at IOU. Basically, it is a process through which formal or informal learning is measured, and it is mediated for recognition, and you are then granted access at courses for the International Open University. Now, this is, of course, a very elaborate process, and it is something which needs to be evaluated by our admissions team here, for which I would suggest you email us at the info desk and we will guide you step by step through this process. It is also available on our website, where you have comprehensive explanation for what is required and what is the steps to be followed, and also how you gain an exemption, how you will be able to give yourself a direct access into year 3, if applicable, that is, inshallah. And all of these things will be discussed at length. So I would suggest you to email us immediately at the infodesk, and we'd be happy to share this information with you ASAP. All right, the next question says that, can a tab be sufficient, or do I need to purchase a laptop? Now, of course, if I was a student at IOU, laptop would be the best way to go forward. But of course, keeping in mind different concerns of different students, a tab also does the work most efficiently. These days, the tabs are very well designed, and our website and our courses, our modules play themselves effectively on the platform. There is no issue of any kind reported by students globally regarding the tabs. So it is a good option to go. Even the phone is a good option to go. But of course, due to the resolution and due to the size of the screen, we would suggest you to stick on to a tab or a laptop. But the phone also works fine. So to answer your question, a tab is good, a laptop is the best, and a phone is doable. I hope that answers your question. We are moving forth to the next question. Does the discount apply to all semesters of the program? Okay, as much as it would be beneficial, I'm sorry to say that it applies to the first semester, but it is a good way to go forward, because the first semester for the new students and having a 20% discount is something that I would hop on to immediately. It is something that is not to be missed, and it should be availed at the earliest. We're having a 20% discount from December 1st to December 31st, a 15% discount from January 1st to January 31st, and a 10% discount from 1st of February till the end of the month, inshallah. So you have a lot of opportunities in hand. Please make do with it at the earliest, inshallah. This discount applies to only the first semester. Moving on to the next question is from Sister Mariam. Is it safe to study psychology with IOU being a Muslim? And do you follow the Quran and the Sunnah with the interpretation of the Salaf as-Salihin, or do you interpret it yourself? This is an interesting question, for which I would like to share the madhab that is followed by IOU, where we follow the Quran and the authentic Sunnah according to the understanding of the first 3 generations of Muslim scholars. And it recognizes and holds in high regard the contributions of the great Imams to the development of fiqh and benefits from all of them. Now, the fiqh that is taught at the International Open University is based on the Quran and Sunnah, and it's not biased, of course, towards a particular madhab. This is because of what the utmost importance is placed in the study of fiqh, which is a proof in Islamic texts. Now, in terms of Aqidah, we follow the Aqidah of the Prophet ﷺ, the Sahaba, and the prior predecessors, and this was untainted by the various sects of bid'ah and deviation which appeared later in the history of Islam. So this Aqidah is supported by the proofs from the Quran and the Sunnah. Now, for more details regarding this, I would ask you to approach the info desk, where we would answer your specific concerns or queries with the help of our in-house shuyukh, who would be more than happy to guide you accordingly. So hopefully we receive an email from you, inshallah, Sister Mariam. Moving on, the next question is from Brother Ishaq. Many of the youth are left out from the IOU due to entry requirements. How can you cater for those who haven't attained university grades or went through the madrasa system, and when will the diploma courses start? Okay, there are a lot of questions here. I'll approach them one by one. How can you cater to those who haven't attended university grades? All right, we have some programs which are listed for those students who have not been able to satisfy the eligibility requirements of the university due to any which reason. And we would ask you to approach the info desk for these. At the moment, we are offering an intensive Arabic program, which is a comprehensive crash course of the sorts to gain an expertise on the Arabic language. We are hopefully going to start our diploma programs very, very soon. Inshallah, we'll keep you updated. I would request you to look at our social media platforms and our websites and time the email reminders from us, so that you can keep yourself updated with all the new courses that are coming up. least bit to say, these things will be available within the next few semesters, inshallah, hopefully, and your queries will be attended to, inshallah. The next question is from, all right, I see a question from Lubnash. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. Jazakallah khairan kathiran for your efforts. I have a query. Are the degrees accredited and are they accepted in Gulf countries in particular, especially for teaching? All right. The accreditation criteria was specifically mentioned by Brother Mansoor here earlier in the session in a very specific details. I would request you to go back early on the earliest parts of this video so that you can keep yourself abreast with the information. As of now, yes, our degrees are accredited. All our courses have been revised and they are specifically accredited by the NACA. They are also accepted in Gulf countries, but I would particularly request you to look up the universities or the institutions or the official organizations which you need to be a part of due to a job or due to further studies or anything of the sort, to specifically check if they accept IOU or not, because different universities, different organizations have different criteria. So globally, we do see that our students are beautifully placed across various organizations and they have a very successful career ahead of them. I would request you to look it up before engaging with the organization. I hope that answers your query. I'm planning to pay the second installment in January. Will I get the 20% discount since I had paid the first installment before the end of December? This is a very case-specific request. I would ask you to engage the services of the help desk in this scenario because we would need to look up your details and then advise you further. So I would suggest emailing the help desk, the details of which will be shared at the end of this session. Please stay tuned. Is this program offered in Tanzania right now? And if offered, where is the center of registration? Yes, our programs are offered globally, and Tanzania is no exception. We offer our courses to all the countries at the moment. The center of registration, you will have to place an online registration. You can approach us at the info desk and we will share the respective links with you. Also, you can visit our website and the registration link is right there at the top of the page. You can easily access it, fill up the form, approach us once you have filled it up and activated your account, and we'd be more than happy to take you further with the uploading of the documents and then getting your admission confirmed, provided you satisfy the eligibility requirements, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Is it possible to study two programs? I'm a current student majoring in business administration third year. Now, understanding the business administration is being done externally, you can always approach us to study another program at IOU. But if you are already doing business administration with us at IOU, unfortunately, you will not be able to club it with another degree program because the process of studying via dual degree programs has long been discontinued. And you would have to finish one program before taking up another one. I hope your query has been answered. Moving on to the next question from Brother Idris. Please, I'm an old student. I really need the scholarship to complete my last 3 semesters that remains. Please, what are the ways that I can attain the scholarship? I really need it. Allahumma musta'an, may Allah ease your affairs. I will be more than happy to direct you to the scholarship department for queries like these because they run their department after looking into all the situations and all the documents that are needed to process the scholarship. So you would need to approach us at bursary@iou.edu.gm. You can also approach us at the info desk for information on this, and we would direct you appropriately once we look at your account and the specifics related to your courses. All right. Sister Mariam's back with the psychology program. Yes, you can approach us at the info desk, Sister Mariam, info@iou.edu.gm. I will also be sharing it towards the end of the session. You can approach us with all your questions over there, and we would take them up one by one and direct them to other departments if needed as well. All right, we're seeing some more specific questions coming. A question from Brother Aliu. What about the returning students who pay the first and second semester in December? Is there a 20% discount? This discount is only valid for the first semester students, the new students, and is not for returning students or not for students who have already completed semesters with us previously. First semester, new students are applicable for this early enrollment discount for the spring 2025 semester. All right. As of now, I see no further questions. I will be waiting here to take some more in case you have some queries. Please direct them to the YouTube live chat for me to clarify them for you. All right, we have another question from Bakeba. Assalamu alaikum. I want to know how many students did IOU offer for 1 month each year? Now, unfortunately, I don't have the specifics with me right now regarding this, but of course, we'd like you to know that more than 60% of our students are benefiting from this scholarship, and they have gained themselves a prospective career, and they are heavily um, successful from this program. So it is not something that can be missed. And if you find yourself in need of it, please approach us and we would assist you with this definitely, inshallah. I hope that answers your query. Looking forward for some more questions. You may answer you may place your questions here in the YouTube chat box. We are here to help you out in any way that we can, inshallah. All right. So is there no incentive for your regular students? This is a specific thing for our early enrollment students. The specifics for the regular students had been availed when they had joined the courses in the beginning, because we offer a regular 10% discount on the first semester for all the students who enroll early. So it is highly unlikely that our students may have missed that. The 10% discount was always valid. Right now, we have begun this incentive, which is a major 20% discount for the new students, inshallah. All right, do I need to read the suggested books or the lecture slides are enough? Now, that would be very specific to a study plan approach, I would say. Different students incorporate different methods to target their studies. So some of them find the solace in the books that have been provided and would always resort to learning them rather than learning from the slides. The slides are definitely very helpful when you look at pointers that you need to focus on while studying the text or the modules that have been provided by the course teachers. So a combination of the both would be an ideal way to go forward, where you would look at the suggested books after you have made your way through all the slides and all the videos that have incorporated those slides and have been explained by the teachers in immense detail. Once you're done with that, I would approach you to go back to your text material, and then you would understand them better and also provide better answers, especially in the open-ended questions, which will be coming in the examinations. So it entirely depends on a student's approach. Most of the time, what we've observed is the students tend to take a very combined approach because they want to have the best of both worlds. So you also have here with your text material, you're fully satisfied while also looking at the lectures and the slides so that you don't miss anything that you may have overread, or you must have given an oversight in when looking at the books, inshallah.
Sister
All
Safa, if
right.
I could just add a point over here regarding
Sure,
this
sure.
specific question, with your due permission. All
Yes,
right.
sure.
So, with regards to studying books or referring to the video lectures and slides and so on and so forth, look, there are videos which have been recorded by instructors who are highly qualified, and that is your main, source of gaining knowledge. I mean, there are books available. There are suggested materials for reading the book, for suggested reading materials in the form of books and slides and PDFs. But they can in no way replace what is being taught in the video lecture, because that's where the instructor is sharing his or her perspective. He is trying to link the theoretical aspect to with practical knowledge, which makes learning much more easier. So if you want to bypass that and just probably opt for a simpler approach where you just go through the slides or you read through some PDF material, well, you may certainly gain knowledge. I don't say that you will not gain knowledge, but it will never be a complete knowledge. And as Sister Safa said, that based on our experience, we see that students tend to take a holistic approach. They combine all the different mediums which are there in order to ensure that they benefit from their learning at the IOU. That's all that I wanted to add. Thank you so much. Over to you, Sister Safa.
Jazakallah khair, brother, for those wonderful insights. Alhamdulillah. Yes, the approach is entirely up to you, and inshallah, you'll benefit well from a holistic approach. All right, moving on to the next question. How can one connect to the student council about motivation and guidelines for online studies? All right, apart from the constant reminders and the YouTube sessions that are conducted by our dear student counselor, Sister Saima, from time to time and at major deadlines, we would also encourage you to approach us at the info desk, where we will connect you to her. Also, you may approach her at student.counselor@iou.edu.gm. You can book a session online with her with keeping your specific timings in mind, and she'd be more than happy to assist you, inshallah. All right, a question from Saida Begum. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam, Sister Saida. Please, can you tell me about audit course bachelor's? Is it the same qualification? All right. If you're asking me about audit courses, these courses have now been discontinued at the IOU. For the moment, they will be relaunched, inshallah, but we have no specifics at the moment for you. Keep yourself updated with the social media platforms and the website. And of course, the info desk is always at your service for providing you details regarding this from time to time. If you are talking about bachelor's, the qualifications are definitely not the same. The audit courses require no specific eligibility criteria as long as you provide us with your passports or with your, photograph ID and with your photograph. You should be good to get again an admission into the audit program. But for the bachelor's, the eligibility requirements are very specific and they are strictly followed, where we need a high school diploma, which shows that you have processed 12 years of study, or you have 5 O-level certificates, credits, or you have 3 A-level credits, where English and mathematics will become a mandatory subject for you to clear with grades A to C. That is to make sure that you have a credit pass in these 2 subjects specific to some programs. For example, programs like BSc IT, programs like BSc Psychology, these programs are very specific to have qualifications in mathematics as well. But English, definitely it's a requirement for all of the programs. You need to grade yourself from an A to C, any one of this, if you need to seek an admission into any of our degree programs, inshallah. I hope that answers your question. We're moving to the next question from Abdullah. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Do you accept churches as an exam center? Well, as long as the exam center is okay with accepting you writing an exam over there, we have no problem at all. We have no intervention to provide, because IOU is in no way intervening in the matters of the exam center and the student. So as long as they are available to register yourself as a student there for the exams, we are good to go, inshallah. All right. Also, is the discount available for current students? Sister Saida, if you are a new student who is commencing her first semester here, then of course you are viable for the discount. But if you are a student who has completed anything more than a semester 1, then unfortunately the discount will not hold valid over here. Yes, info@iou.edu.gm, as is also displayed on the screen. You can access it for gaining information about anything pertaining to International Open University. I see some questions making their way. I'd encourage you all to place your questions at the earliest so that they can be duly answered. And you can put your queries to rest and begin your academic journey with us, inshallah, at the earliest. Make use of the discount at hand too and facilitate the process, inshallah. The spring 2025 early enrollment will be available to the end of February, which is 28th of February. This will hold valid. However, I'd encourage you all to please place your registrations well within February so that you can make use of the time at hand and enjoy the benefits of an early enrollment. The early enrollment is not just with the apparent discount that you're going to get. The early enrollment also encourages you to have all the course material at hand prior to the beginning of the semester. You can gain access to everything at hand before the semester officially begins in March, the 1st of March, 2025. And you can begin your studying at the earliest, and you will be well prepared before the midterms commence in May and the finals commence in August. So I would encourage you, it's a golden opportunity. Of course, the tests and the assignments will only be available when the semester officially begins. But apart from that, you can make good with all of this at hand. Not a bad bargain, I say, inshallah. All right. Is it possible to, okay, we have another question before that. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. I am an old student coming back after so many years to finish off my BAIS. Can I get the other discount for the next semester? We'd have to look at your account for this. I'm sure if you're coming back after so many years but have completed a few semesters, it is self-explanatory that the discount will not hold good, unfortunately. But if you are coming back after many years and had just registered earlier but not attended any of the semesters and you are starting afresh, then the discount will hold good, inshallah. All right. Is it possible to attend graduation ceremonies in person or hold local events in our country? That depends from which country you are. As for the graduation ceremonies, the convocation ceremonies at IOU, they are conducted entirely online, except for the students at the Gambia, where they hold an offline on-site ceremony. Apart from that, all the other students globally across the world attend the graduation ceremonies online, and the details of which are always shared via email. Usually it is conducted in January. Okay, how can I contact my lecturers? If you are a student who is currently enrolled at the IOU, I would suggest you to log into the course portal. Once you are logged in into the course portal, please look into the right-hand side of your page. The right-hand side of the page should open up into a pane, and you will see the details of the teacher right at the bottom of the page as you scroll downwards. In case you are going to just begin, well, the details will be shared only once your admission is confirmed at IOU, inshallah. Constantino says, Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. My name is Constantino Andre. Welcome. I have been online for a few minutes and I'm out of date. I'd like to know the topic that is being discussed now. All right. You can very well log into the session once the session is over and you can join via the link that will be shared. In case you have missed the link from before, I would suggest you approach us at the info desk. We would share the link with you and you can make use of the discussion that has ensued relating to the early enrollment for the open house for the spring 2025 session, inshallah. Right now, we are discussing certain queries and concerns of the students at hand. In case you are a prospective student, I'd encourage you to place your questions in the YouTube live chat box. All right, I see. Okay. We are having a few new master programs as well. I'd encourage you all to also look up these master programs. Right now, we have a lot of students inquiring about these as well. It's a good way. It's a good way to prosper those in case you have already completed your bachelor's with us. The master's programs is definitely something that is not to be overlooked. It would lead to overall excellent completion of your educational journey with us, the best culmination possible, and with the best of both worlds, inshallah.
Okay, I think Sister Safa, Barakallahu Fiki, I think you can close the session now. They have any further questions, they can get in touch on the info desk, inshallah.
Inshallah, brothers. So hopefully that were all the questions that will be answered. Thank you for all the queries that were placed. Inshallah, you can always approach us at the info desk, and do not hesitate, of course, to contact us also at the IOU help desk, which is at helpdesk@iou.edu.gm, and for general queries at the info desk at info@iou.edu.gm for any assistance to make your process seamless and easy. And we ask Allah to illuminate our hearts with the desire to learn His deen and embark on a journey of knowledge with sincerity, consistency, and noble intentions. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.